Hello, and today there is two of us reviewing one beer, and that is Tiny Rebels Stay Puft Imperial Honey Glazed Ham Marshmallow Porter, if that will focus, which it probably won't.
It's all right. I can see on mine.
Because the two of us are fans of what we would call the meat ales.
Meat ale, meat ale, meat ale, meat. Yes.
And I don't know about you, Harry, but I've only seen one review of this so far, and it didn't go well.
I've seen written reviews, and they weren't good, and I haven't seen a video review on purpose. So we'll see.
I also have accidentally prepared a meat. Oh, can we get it? Can we get the camera? Meat pie to go with the meat ale. So it's a pork pie.
Yeah, you trumped me with that. I haven't got anything. Oh, I've got some pork floss.
Pork floss? It's a form of ham, I assume.
It's the pork floss I was eating yesterday.
Yes,
stuff.
I watched it. I think it improved it with sriracha by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's questionable whether it's even floss.
So, I spoke on the back. The description isn't really much help, is it really? It's on the eye, dark, which you would expect from a porter. The nose, honey and smoked ham, which it says on the front, to be fair. And then the taste, honey glazed ham, which is the flavour of the beer.
Yeah. But if you go through the ingredients as well, water, malted barley, malted wheat, oats, smoked malt, which will give you obviously the smoke flavour, lactose, honey, hops. Where's the meat? There is no meat in this meat ale.
It is apparently suitable for vegans, which for a meat ale is already a marking down.
That is minus 10 points.
Yeah.
But
so
actually, no, sorry. I'm reading the French. And
it says lactose. Sorry, it's not suitable for vegans, but vegetarians. Yes.
But if you read through the French, it says arome bacon, arome bacon. So it just seems to miss it out in English.
Or maybe that's the description in Welsh. In French. It is Welsh. So.
Yeah.
And technically, this is a Christmas beer because it has a Christmas tree and some Christmas lights. Camera won't focus. Oh, there.
There you go.
So it is the season for meat. Apparently.
And it's got snowflakes. Snowflakes on it.
There you go. Yeah, also snowflakes. Right, should we get this out of the can? Mine is actually still quite cold, so I'm going to try and warm it with my warm hands once it gets it in the glass. Instantly, for me, I got the smell of bacon rashers, the crisps.
Yeah, it filled the room with that smoky bacon crisps.
Yeah. But yeah, specifically, is it razzles?
Yeah,
frazzles. There we go.
Frazzles.
And we have two people watching. You're going to see my finger go up and down because, unfortunately, I'm using my phone at the moment, which is not ideal.
Do you want me to go through comments?
No, it's okay. But anyone watching, let us know if you are a fan of meat-flavoured ales.
Or this ale. There's something really.
You definitely get that honey.
Yeah.
Which that was the meat for me. That the meat flavour has diminished since it opened and lost almost all of its head. It's got a very thin.
Mine's just completely
very thin.
It smells like a slightly out of date salami.
Yes.
I'm getting a big whiff of that.
Italian salami, yeah.
But a salami that's been just sitting in a hot room for like a bit too long and is starting to go green. And
That's very oddly specific.
Oh yeah, big sip. I think you've just beaten us. Yeah. I think you're just beating us, beating the Blues. Which is a sad time.
He's a big Cardiff fan.
We've never won at Cardiff. The last time we won at Cardiff was in Indian Park.
Yeah. So I hope you're well, Jordan. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of honey.
Yeah.
A lot of honey. Being a honey fan, for me, it's Alpine honey.
So I don't know anything about honey other than it's sweet and sugary.
You get that Alpine where it's like sort of not a sort of medical smell, but like a very piney floral. And I don't know whether that's how the honey's affecting hops or.
I'm getting that floral note.
It doesn't say. It doesn't specify what hops are in here.
No.
As usual, the Tiny Rebel. Right. Are you picking anything else up on the aroma, or should we have a sip?
We'll dive. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. That smoky bacon flavour is there, and it's hard hitting, like a like a sledgehammer made of smoky bacon crisps.
It's very smoky as well. Yeah, and it's not just like smoky bacon crisps. It's like a peaty smokiness as well. I'm getting.
Yeah, a bit peated. I would say it's a very intense flavour, almost like the very bottom of smoky flavoured crisps, where you get just the flavouring and no actual potato.
Yeah. See,
would you say it's thin? For 9% in it.
I would say it's thin. I tend to find all of these Imperial ones Imperial Stay Puffs are thin. But I just think that smokiness just dominates, overpowers everything.
Yeah,
I can't get that really cloying peatiness, peat smoke out of my palate. I can't taste the ham. I can taste a little bit of the smoky bacon. No, but that it just don't know where the ham is.
It's more the smoke off the bacon, as if you were standing by a smoker and they were doing a big ham, and you just got a mouthful of the smoke, but no meat.
Yeah.
The most disappointing barbecue ever.
Yeah. Also questioning where the honey's gone.
The honey is right at the back, very at the end. You have that little bit of sweetness, but as I say, it reminds me of Alpine honey because it's got that sort of similar to how you get with cough mixture. You get like sort of not a medical, but like a very herbal.
Should have a Benelin side by side.
Yeah, you could do if you wanted. I was going to dive in with the pork pie and see whether that actually improves.
I'll get some pork floss. Pork floss.
I don't think it does because it's really, really sweet. I still think, although it is very smoky, there is that sweetness as well, still, which you would expect from a Marshmallow Imperial.
Oh yeah, I think the pork floss got drier.
Mine seems to be very moist.
A moist pie.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I believe the smokiness and the sweetness. Sorry, dog toy. Overpowers everything.
Yeah.
I think that's all you're going to get from it. I think you lose a lot of the marshmallow. You got me?
Yeah. Yeah. the lactose, you kind of hope that that's going to give you a little bit of a sweetness in it. It doesn't
No,
at all.
it's all honey driven for me.
Yeah, yeah. That's a sweetness that's in it. I couldn't tell you what hops are in it. I'm not really getting any at all. I'm just a bit. I'm sad by this. I was looking forward to a big meat-tail and tiny rebel.
Craig as well. Watch him.
Yeah.
It's to be fair, this is only the second one cheers, Craig. The second one I've had the original and the amplified, which is the 12%, 11%, or 11.5 maybe. So this is actually the only flavored one I've had, and it's vastly disappointing.
Yeah, so I've had the Imperial. I didn't enjoy that. The plain one, the coffee one I had the other day. Sorry, the Irish cream one I wasn't the biggest fan of. The After Eight I really enjoyed, or the chocolate mint there. I really enjoyed that. Again, had the same issues with this. It wasn't super thick, like you kind of expect with a lactose Imperial stout full of oats and wheat and everything. But yeah, I think honestly, I think standard Stay Puft. I think go back to the first batch. I think it was definitely a lot thicker than what it is now. But all these crazy different flavors ones. This one hasn't worked for me, but there have been other flavors which have. The eggnog was interesting for a white stout, but yeah, it's Big Sip and the mint one was bloody lovely. Yeah, it was great. That's miles better than this is. Miles better.
I
had that on Sunday night actually.
I have to remember, obviously, when I said it was thin, for an Imperial porter, I would say it's thin. I know you're saying about the thickness of the standard, but it is only a porter at the end of the day. It's not a stout. Yeah, I always think that you shouldn't judge one by the other.
Well, a stout is essentially a
stout porter.
Well, yeah, stout porter, a strong porter, and 9 times out of 10 has oats in it. There's not many porters that would have had oats in them initially, and then when they're doing all these Imperial porters, then they'll chuck the oats in to thicken them up, and give them more body. But I don't know. I suppose that's why it's that touch thinner. But it would work better if it was thicker. That's a proper meat-tail. That's like thick. Feels like you're chewing on a joint of beef.
I'd say it's yet to live up to the black pudding mild I had years ago.
I want black pudding mild.
They've gone bust. Unfortunately, the brewery that make it. I had it at a beer festival on cask. It was gravity poured cask.
Oh, I remember taking a barrel to Belgium once. We're on the Eurostar, and we took one barrel with us for a festival, and we had a pin for the train down. And the train down was fantastic, having the pin and everyone helping themselves, but having the barrel and taking it to a festival. And I think it was like a German couple came over, and they were like, so when we had it connected to our ampoule, and we were basically just doing, everyone's welcome to do their own pour. So literally poured it. They're like, I've only got this much out of it. I was like, yeah, you have to keep pouring. Just keep doing it. The first time we did it, we were just doing it straight from the barrel. We thought, fuck it, we'll pull hand pull out, and it's fantastic. Hand pull on the Eurostar. Oh, those were the days.
I'm surprised you got away with that.
Yeah, I don't
got the right
think
license
they saw
and
us.
all sorts.
I really don't think they saw us for a lot of it, because we were a large group of gentlemen, and they probably didn't want to approach us.
The overall goal for me for meat ales is to try the Evil Twin Turf.
Turf.
Yeah,
it was a 2-pack. A beef ale.
It was a 2-pack. It was called Surf and Turf.
Mm.
One was prawn and one was beef. And apparently it had beef stock in it. And it was an evil twin. I don't think they've had any release over here, and I've not seen anyone importing them. All in the States.
I'd be interested to know how you do that. If you just add, because you wouldn't add it hot side, because then it would all go a bit shit. Like day 6 into fermentation with a couple of stock cubes sitting in there. Wonder how that goes. But I think back end, if you just pour it in on Cold Crash or something, that might work. I want to do it now. I want to make some beef ales.
So I can see if I can get it on Untapped. Let's see if I can split the screen, which is going to be difficult on a phone, and you're going to see a lot of my finger. This is why I need a laptop soon to replace the one that died.
It's not one in the Black Friday deal.
I'm sorry?
Was it not one in the Black Friday deal that worked?
I didn't get that in time. I only got it this month. So I'm waiting for January now. Let's have a look. Turf. I don't think I'll be able to share the screen, but I'll try. Evil Twin. It's actually called, sorry, I do apologise. It's not Evil Twin on their own. It's actually Stillwater Artisanal and Evil Twin. And it's called And Turf, and it's a 12% Imperial Stout. Now, let's see if I can share this screen. This is going to be difficult.
Even the Black Pudding Mild, I think that appeals to me more because the sessionability of it. Having pints and pints of black pudding.
Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. But yeah, I'd say 12%. It's not as if you could have many of those meat ales.
No. I think the whole purpose of a meat ale is that you have lots of meat. So you have lots of meat ale.
Or in this case, accompany with meat.
Yeah. I just caught the back end of a portion of watching Simon's last night, and he had having Pete Brown on, and he was talking about Tetleys and stuff like that. But then it was also talking about how back in the day, the beers used to be lower ABV because you'd be able to go come out of the mine, have 10 pints, and then go back in the mine or come out of the mine, have 10 pints, walk home in a straight line. And it was all about drinking quantity and not being a dickhead. And as a result, I want to be able to have 10 pints of, because that's where I drink anyway, is I have 10 pints of, a black pudding mild or a steak mild or something like that, and be full and go home in a straight line.
If I remember correctly, it was about 4% as well.
Yeah.
I think.
That's a strong mild.
It was. I think it was either 4 or 4.2. Let me have a look. It was a brewery called Leyden. So you can see my finger a lot now.
It's weird because
from Bury.
Bury. Yeah, my mate used to live near Bury, a place called Knob End.
Okay.
And always made a joke.
Here we go. Leyden Black. I apologise. It was 3.8.
3.8. See, it's weird how mild the ABV. So they used to be around about 3.5, 4. I think I saw a mild which was around about 5 in the past. Historically, they were not, low ABV like we think they are now. They were originally, kind of everything was stronger in general, but they were, about 4 to 5 ABV. And then during, I think it was World War One or just before World War One, they started lowering the ABVs of them. And then when World War One came in, then they really took back the ABV because they couldn't get the grain. But if they could get the sugar, then they would do it. Then they'd bump it up. And I think it was the interwar years where they could get the sugar to bump up the ABV, but they weren't using as much grain. So then the ABV went back up a little bit, but then World War II came and the ABV went back down again. So then we got used to milds being around about 2.5%, 3%, and that was just like the standard ABV for milds and things. And then obviously now you get Imperial milds,
which is an it's an oxymoron. You can't have an Imperial mild.
The same as white stouts. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, I prefer nut pale. That's Sometimes I think that's a better way.
Yeah. Knotted in pale ale.
So before we finish this review, how would you rate it on the Untapped scale of out of 5?
It's going to be a 3 point. I think it's about 3.75. I don't think it fully achieves the flavors it's saying. It's got them on the nose, and then on the actual taste, I think it just gets rid of the ham a lot, and it's more smoky bacon. But I think about 3.5 to 3.75. I think I'd call it.
I'm not going to be far off. At the minute, I'm on 0.1 increments because I'm still on my supporter thing before it ends.
Yeah.
I think it is quite a nice porter. I think after drinking it continually, I think if I just saw that as a smoky porter, I'd be a sweet smoky porter. I'd be happy with that. But because obviously it's masquerading, in my opinion, is something it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I probably go 3.4.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
It's a serviceable Imperial porter.
If I had the option to do the scale like you have, I'll probably give about 3.6. But yeah, I think 3.5 to 3.75. I'm happy with. But like you say, if you were to have it and it didn't say, honey glazed ham, it just said like a smoky bacon porter or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd buy it. And smoky bacon,
maple glazed bacon porter. That to me, that would be.
Yeah,
you're getting close to the money there.
Yeah. I think that'd be a better way of describing it. But yeah, we managed to get rid of it. So
yeah. Cheers. And on that note, we'll drink up and end it.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye-bye.